welcome to this Friday, October the 28th edition of the Ringside Report. I am Ryan Young. Joining me on the phone, the king of controversy, Anthony Smoody. Smoody, how are we doing?
It's good. It's the last Friday of the weekend of October.
Boy, Tony, this month of October really flew by fast.
Yeah, it did. Mercifully.
Mercy. Before we get going, ladies and gentlemen, we want to send our deepest condolences to a die-hard wrestling fan, Donald Schultz. He was at all the wrestling shows, at POW shows when I covered him. He was always on. Did he ever go to SSW?
No, he did not, but he was at Blitz a lot.
Did he go to BCW?
No, he never go. He wouldn't make it up there in time, but he went to mostly online shows, online brands.
Thoughts and prayers go out to him. Definitely his daughter. They lost their mother, I believe, not too long, when she was younger, and now her father, Donald, passed away. So thoughts and prayers go out to all of them, and that's definitely a tough thing. I remember seeing in my last couple POW shows, you'd always, all of a sudden, you'd hear a loud shh, and it was him letting the air out of his oxygen tank. I'm like, oh, Donald's in the house, but gonna miss him definitely at the wrestling shows. Okay, let's quickly now recap. We got a lot of stuff to do. Let's recap SmackDown, Ring of Honor, and NXT. Start off with SmackDown. Bray Wyatt defeats Kane. Then it follows up with Randy Orton, coming out and RKOing Kane quickly. Tony, what's up with that?
I don't know. I did not like that one bit. Randy Orton, is he turning to join the Wyatt family?
And he said, he said, if you can't beat him, join him. But do you think this is like what Daniel Bryan did? Join him to turn on him again?
Yes, definitely. I would like to see that again.
Becky Lynch comes out, and her and Alexa Bliss cut a promo talking about all this stuff, and eventually leads to them brawling. They will have a match November 8th, the same night we find out who's president in Glasgow, Scotland, which is the home, of Becky Lynch, right?
Yes, and the home of Sheamus.
Oh, that'll be fun. He's on Raw though. Are they doing Raw in Scotland?
They might be. I'll have to look it up.
Nikki defeats Natalya, then gets attacked by Carmella. Miz comes out with Miz TV and the Spirit Squad, Dolph Ziggler, Rhino, Heath Slater, all this talking back and forth, eventually turned into a tag team title match. Spirit Squad lose to Rhino and Heath Slater. Then AJ Styles gets a win over Dean Ambrose by disqualification thanks to Mr. No Chin, James Ellsworth. Do you think James Ellsworth is going to turn on Dean Ambrose?
I can't believe he actually did that. He costed Dean Ambrose the title because James Ellsworth wants that title. I don't think so. I think Dean Ambrose is going to sponsor James Ellsworth. It should be. That's
exciting, and I think who knows what's going to happen next between them guys as we get closer. And that means Dean Ambrose is out of the world title picture, so we'll see who steps in there next. Ring of Honor. Colt Cabana and Dalton Castle get a win over the Tempura Boys. Kyle O'Reilly gets a win over Jonathan Gresham. BJ Whitmer and Punisher Martinez get a win over Will Ferrara and Cheeseburger. And then Evil and Naito defeat Motor City Machine Guns. You had NXT on Wednesday. Ciampa and Gargano get a win in advance to the second round, which begins next week for NXT. Alexia gets a win over Billie Kay thanks to interference. Ty Dillinger gets a win. Asuka gets a win, and then following that match, it's announced Mickie James will face her at NXT's TakeOver Toronto. What are the chances we see Mickie James walk out with the women's title?
Like slim the chance. I don't think Mickie James has faced the life out Akira and Evan Bailey has, but I don't know about Mickie James.
Then the second match, the final match of the first round, Kota Ibushi and TJ Perkins defeats Lindsay Dorado and Mustafa Ali. That is your results for the week. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we are going to preview SSW from the Brat Stop this Sunday. That's next on the Ringside Report. Welcome back here to the Ringside Report for this Friday. It's time to preview SSW for this Sunday. Tony, not sure if you'll be in attendance or not, and that means Mike's going to have to fill in for you on the wrap-up. Are you gonna, or the post-show? Are you really going to make me suffer again?
Hey, I have no way to get there. Nobody can pick me up. Those in Louisville, I guess Mike and Dean are picking you up, so I don't know. I got pay-per-view that night, so looks like you're on your own. I'll be back in November.
Okay, let's talk about the matches we got scheduled. The Lords of the Ring Last Chance match. Backwoods Brown goes one-on-one against William Jacobs. The East-West Express goes up against Los Furious, Ray Fiera and Fiera Roja. Triple Threat Championship match. Dangerous Danny Scott defends against Marcelo Spade and Stephen Wolf. No holds barred, Tony. Let's talk about that. Devin Diamond versus Matt Dewar. This is a match in the making.
Oh, definitely. You got the big fat dude or whatever he is, Devin Diamond, Mr. Cheater, I like to call him.
Tony, he's a face now.
Oh, is he a face?
Yes.
Well, I still call him for his diet and everything.
And then I hope he brutally beats up Matt Dewar, because Matt Dewar grabbed me by the tie when I was ring announcing and tried to force me to say he was the winner of the match.
Well, that should be abuse right there. But Matt Dewar is nothing but a jerk. All he is I'm too sexy. I could be it. But yeah, good luck at Devin Diamond Sunday, you jerk.
I think that match is going to be an absolute bloodbath. Number one contender for the SSW Championship, Marshe Rocket against Grin. How about that?
I don't think Grin's going to win that match.
It's Halloween, Tony. This is when he likes to come out and play.
I don't think it's even you. It's Scott Beatty or Beatty, whatever it is.
Yeah, Scott Beatty. I deal with him every week on my podcast, and I gotta deal with him. I gotta deal with him in person on Sunday.
I hope he's not wearing that clown mask.
Well, his face alone looks like a clown.
Oh, yeah. But no, Grin against Marshe Rocket. Marshe Rocket, he's got to perform better, but I still think that it's going to be a good match unless there's interference.
Yep, and then the tag team titles on the line, Joey Avalon and Max Holiday against the debut of Hardcore Impact. Hardcore Craig makes his SSW debut. I'm looking forward to seeing that. That is going to be a great match for the tag team titles. I'm going to predict Hardcore Impact walked away with the titles.
Well, they did that in BCW when they reigned as Supreme in Hardcore Impact. But you got two big guys, Hardcore Craig. I'm taking nothing against Hardcore Craig. He's a big, tough, tough guy, and him and Paulie Domicelli are going to be a dominating force. You're going to look at new tag team champions.
That should be fun. That is this Sunday afternoon, 4 p.m. at the Brat Stop, and don't forget to stay afterwards. You can watch the Cub Game 5 of the World Series with me and Scott Beatty. We'll be in the bar.
Oh boy, that'll be a real hootenanny.
We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we got the Hell in a Cell warm-up. That'll be a hootenanny. Okay, folks, it's now time for the Hell in a Cell warm-up. Here on this Friday, let's run down the card. The kickoff show will be kicked off with the Cruiserweight Sin Cara, Lindsay Dorado, and Cedric Alexander going up against Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, and Daivari, the younger Daivari. And then Bailey goes one-on-one against Dana Brooke. Them two matches were announced on Wednesday. And then you have Gallows and Anderson going up against Enzo and Cass. The Cruiserweight title, TJ Perkins and Brian Kendrick are going up against Brian Kendrick. The Raw tag team titles, you got New Day defending against Sheamus and Cesaro. Tony, what are the chances Sheamus and Cesaro walk out on top? Hang on. What's the better chance? They walk out with the titles, or one turns on the other?
One turns on the other. I believe that they're not fit to be tag team partners. And with them being tag team champions, I don't think none of them get along. It's a weird tag team. It reminds me of the tag team of Stone Cold Steve Austin, Dude Love.
Oh boy, remember those? Did they win the titles?
Yes, they ended up winning the titles.
Who'd they lose them to?
The late great Owen Hart and the British Bulldog in San Antonio, Texas. Oh my.
Oh Lord. Okay, now let's talk about the Hell in a Cell matches. Tony, Sasha Banks defends against Charlotte. This is going to be a match with history.
This is going to be history right here. This is one of the triple main events. Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Mick Foley on Monday night, begging these two not to compete in Hell in a Cell. Because remember, there have been 32 Hell in a Cell matches, and if these two bruise, if
Okay, now how about the United States title? Roman Reigns defends against Rusev. What are you expecting in this one?
Well, Rusev did not let his emotions go through. Lana's on the outside. She blocked out on the outside. She cannot interfere. So Rusev's got to do is he's got to win it. What Roman's got to do is he's got to beat Rusev inside Hell in a Cell.
And then you got the one for the Universal Championship, Hell in a Cell. Kevin Owens defends against Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has experience in the cell. Kevin Owens does not. Is that going to play a factor in this match?
No, definitely. Kevin Owens is actually a dangerous man right now because he's got the X factor. He's mostly destroyed Seth Rollins, so it's gonna be a lopsided victory. I just hope that whoever walks at Hell in a Cell and walks in on Monday Night Raw gonna have bruises on their bodies.
Okay, folks, it's time for predictions. Okay, Tony, you're down 68.5 to 81. You missed the last one, so the next two pay-per-views, this one and Survivor Series, you get to pick. Tony, how about the kickoff? Team Sin Cara or Team Tony Nese?
I'm going with Team Sin Cara.
Okay, that means I got Team Tony Nese. Bayley or Dana Brooke?
Dana Brooke. Bayley's hurt. I think she's not going to be 100%.
Raw Women's title, Sasha Banks or Charlotte?
I'm going with Sasha. They're hometown. You can't be defeated.
Gallows and Anderson or Enzo and Cass?
I'm going Gallows and Anderson.
That means, again, folks, for you folks that don't know, we're picking opposite because whoever has the least amount, either Tony's getting a pie in the mush or I got to shave my goatee for the first time in about 7 years. So, I got Enzo and Cass. Cruiserweight title, TJ Perkins or Brian Kendrick?
I'm going with TJ.
Alright, Brian Kendrick, he's on his last leash. Raw Tag Team titles, New Day or Sheamus and Cesaro?
New Day. I think they're going to break it Survivor Series.
You got New Day?
Yeah, I think they're going to lose the title against Survivor Series after breaking the record.
Roman Reigns, Rusev, United States title, Hell in a Cell.
Roman Reigns.
I got Rusev, and then Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, world title, Hell in a Cell.
Kevin Owens, I got.
Okay, that is your picks. We'll have a wrap-up coming up on Monday's show. That'll be a Halloween edition. We'll also have an SSW post show, plus preview Raw and Smackdown. And hopefully, we could have we might have new. Go Cubs! The Cubs, for the first time tonight, will play a World Series game at Wrigley since 1945.
And hopefully as of Monday morning, we can be saying World Series champions, Chicago Cubs.
And if not, then we'll have some fun games in Cleveland, I think. Depends what happens. Okay, that'll do it for us, everyone. Have a great weekend. For Anthony Spoody, I'm Ryan Youngson. Thank you for watching the Ringside Report, your front row seat to all things wrestling.